maybe last week. I feel like something could have been avoided. Let's go over Friday. What I think the mistake was on Friday. One, I think it's going to be the entry. So, how can I put this? So, I already talked about the entry and how I don't know if I want to be putting my stop right here anymore because it stops that right there, and if I should put it lower. But going over the bias, okay, we've already understood that opposing SMTs are a little sketchy to trade on. But just looking at this SMT right here, looking at it, and after watching the Justin Rowan video, we had just taken out a significant high right here, high time frame high, and then we swept an internal high right here. And that's to expect now displacement and then distribution. Okay, we swept the internal high with an SMT. So to expect from that is that even though severely bullish structure-wise, we just swept a high. We haven't rebalanced into this yet. We haven't rebalanced. We haven't retraced yet. So something wrong with that bias there is that we were bullish and we didn't notice that what we're doing right here. Now I didn't think we were going to hold the S&T, but we ended up holding the S&T. So next time there's the S&T, especially after, S&T, a little sketch. Okay, played out. Didn't get displacement. Yeah, that's what, anyways. After sweeping a high time frame high like this and then sweeping internal, it's sketch. Just remember that. Now, if I go back on Tuesday, now, I'll go over here. What was it? Okay. Okay, so this is Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday, we were kind of bullish, I remember, if I'm remembering right. How was the entry, though? I'm curious about. What? The entry on. Oh, yeah, so yes, we got like a sweep internally right here, and then this, like displacement right here through this. But we still have this strong liquidity pool right here. Oh, we did have S&T also. See, the S&T along with it also kind of played a part. So bias wise, I'm not looking at this as it doesn't look like a bad thing on the hourly, but entry wise, structurally, it's like you displace through this inverse to value gap, of course. Okay, but it's like strong move down right here, and then just a little break of structure right here, just like that. And it also tapping this 5 minute. So a 5 minute isn't that like, of course, just kind of depends. It doesn't matter really if we have a 5 minute sort of value gap that we're going in, but it does kind of matter when it's such a small market structure shift. Okay, that matters. So maybe I would want to, because then it's likely for this to happen. I would like to see more like structure form and make a stronger swing like this right here. Stronger swing. Okay. So this just consolidated today, that day. But I don't think it's just, I feel like I'd enter on this again, but it's a little iffy. It just looks iffy. Okay. Like this. It looked iffy. Monday, we opened up and I thought we were just straight bullish off rip. So even though we displaced on the hourly broke structure, I just saw that we're in this right here. And we retrace into equilibrium. I felt as if, and also sweeping like this. 15 minute. See, I think the key thing is that we had broken structure on the 1 hour, and we had yet to have any kind of breaker structure. Like a 1 minute breaker structure is not good enough for like an entry like this. I feel like. Well, what was the problem? No, the problem was the entry. Yeah, it was the entry. So bias wasn't bad. It was the entry though. Oh yeah, this is when I'm really tired, so forget what I just said. Bias was good. Entry was right here. Stop was right here though. Yeah, we entered on this. Okay. Entry was all right. But we yet to had a 5 minute, 15 minute break of structure. See, this is more structure wise. This is a stronger swing point that we broke above. Okay. But maybe I should have held it down here and looked for maybe an equilibrium to get hit from this move. So maybe it could have been like this. That's something to keep in mind. So maybe I shouldn't put it right here on trades anymore. Bias wise, I think the bias just kind of caught up to me. Maybe we needed to wait for like an hourly like market structure shift for us to break structure on the hourly first. Because I just feel like maybe this trend was just down for this day. Just kind of iffy. Entries are just weird. This week was just a little iffy entry wise. So I was just really married now to go into the bias of the week. Our first we were at all time highs anyways on ES. on ES. We were already at all time highs. So I was looking for this high to continue. And then these stacked highs. The bias played out. It just took until Thursday to go up. And then on Friday we closed back inside the range. That's another thing to remember. Closing inside the range on Friday. to suspect if we took out the strong liquidity before Friday, we're likely to continue to retrace like as a weekly profile on Friday. Going into tomorrow, we took this high out. We still have these highs though. They are kind of far though. They are relatively far on NASDAQ. It is left on 2 week. All-time highs. Same thing right here. On the weekly, we actually ended up closing. So we could possibly see a retracement to that weekly imbalance, maybe a retracement into equilibrium. But we are still holding bullish confluences. We tapped in this fair value gap. I don't think we didn't reach equilibrium though, but we still had a retracement into a fair value gap. And on NASDAQ, we closed above. We kind of came back in to this. Okay. See if it's equilibrium from this high. Reach equilibrium. So we could be bullish tomorrow. Might want to see more structure, but structure-wise, we are kind of going up to see maybe this high. So now I think it's a fact of marking out the external liquidity right here and right here to see if any of that gets hit or taken out. We already had swept this. So what happened is that we swept this high, and we came down and we took out these lows. Now these lows were inside of a 4-hour fair value gap and retracing the equilibrium. We had a market structure shift upwards like that. And we're disrespecting a 1-hour fair value gap and a 4-hour fair value gap right here. Now we do have this weekly opening gap right here, which is in line with now. See how there's not really an internal high yet? I'm sure we'll consolidate, and we have a lot of consolidation yet. We might take this out on NQ pre-market maybe, or we could just consolidate and make internal highs, which I'm trying to see, which this is an internal low, and right now this is kind of the high that we're making. But if you look at this, we could retrace possibly into equilibrium, or just retrace into this. This is a weekly imbalance. I mean, a new week opening imbalance, new week opening gap. Same thing on NASDAQ, we did this. So we could see us. I just need more structure to form, because I could see us come over here, consolidating, sweeping this, breaking structure, sweeping this, retracing of this, internal sweep after external sweep, and then go up. Or we could displace through this, have a 1-hour breaker structure, displace through this, see a retrace into this, and then come farther down. If we like, the thing is, it's in equilibrium of this. So I would have to see us displace, retrace, and then displace through this again to even see this. It's kind of what I want to see. So there's that. On ES, we did close into the weekly candle, but let's mark out what we have external. And as you see, we also swept the internal right here after tapping in the 4-hour right here, and we had a kind of not the cleanest market structure shift, but we swept and we came back inside the range. So I feel like this SMT, by the way, has already played out. It's already played out. There's nothing left for this. This is now internal liquidity. So internal high in this. And this is the external low. Now if I were to look at this, right here, that's internal. So these are the kind of the draws. So it's just kind of a kind of weird situation where we're consolidating now on ES, and we don't have the cleanest action right here. But because we're so close to this on Nasdaq, I feel like we might take this out and then come down, or just shoot up. So I'm open to buys tomorrow, but sells possibly if that's kind of how we go, how things go. Because we are also in this 4 hour. So ES doesn't look very good. I want more structure to form to be confident on what ES is doing. And tomorrow is Monday. I want to see us disrespect this if we want to go higher. But big factor is that we swept this external high, so we could expect possibly, more of a break of structure to the downside. So I have to be very patient tomorrow and see what we're going to do, because we could break structure even more to the downside. So yeah, so for the week outlook, it really just kind of depends on how, because we're at all-time highs, so it's like we're going up until proven otherwise. But bouncing off of this still, though, we swept this low and we displaced up. But it's like, do we get a retracement first before going up more, or do we simply go up and take these highs out? It's kind of what I want to see. It's just kind of hard to tell. Right here, this is clean, sweep and balance going up. It's just the higher time phase. Like, I just don't see exactly where we might go for the week, since we already came above this. But we could see higher because we're so bullish fully. And yeah, so just gonna be patient going into next week. And I'm about halfway. I have like half risk now on the funded, just to see if I can get back up to break even, because I did take 2 losses and I'm down about 1,000 on some of them. So yeah, risking about 250 to 300 per trade now, so I can get about 2 more trades in, kind of build it up, make that back. I'm just gonna see what happens, so we can make it back and stuff. And just want to be real patient going into the week, because we do have the FOMC on Wednesday. Okay, so I want to see how we close out this month now. And yeah,